Hello there, you guys. I'm sure you all remember me from a while back. I used to do videos on YouTube regular. On the current channel, which is Red Devil 24, I've got about 326 subscribers. The last video I did do was about a year ago. The reason I've not done a video for a while is because I've been very, very busy, working a lot now. But now I've had some time to do maybe one or two videos. As you all know, I am a Manchester United fan. So on this video anyway, I'm going to be giving you a match reaction from the Manchester United Newcastle United game. So Manchester United lost 2-0 at Old Trafford to Newcastle. That is 4 defeats in a row for Man United. The last 3 games, Manchester United have not scored one single goal. Manchester United are 14th in the Premier League. We've lost 9 games out of 19 in the Premier League. So reflecting on that, Manchester United are facing a relegation battle. Man United are in serious trouble. So we're going to the game. It was a terrible performance by Manchester United. Newcastle dismantled Manchester United, especially in that first 20 minutes. You know, Newcastle were 2-0 up in the first 20 minutes. But you got to give credit when it's due. You know, full credit to Newcastle. They played really, really well. Kept the ball well. The football was expansive. They pressed very well. Also created chances. You know, reflecting on that, Manchester United were at 6 and 7s. Alexander Isak, should I say, scored the first goal for Newcastle. Poor defending from Manchester United. Well, it was poor defending for both of the goals, and Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez were accountable for both goals. I do really rate that Isak. He's a very good player. One of the best players Newcastle have got, if not the best. And the second goal came from Joe Linton, and I also rate him as well. Anthony Gordon had a good game. He did get an assist in the game for Newcastle. He also had a good chance, so could have got his name on the score sheet. You know, don't forget Gordon is a former Everton player. Tonali also hit the post for Newcastle in that first half. So, looking at it, Newcastle could have been at least 4-0 up at half time. In the second half, you can say Man United stepped it up a bit. But that's because Newcastle eased off. You know, Newcastle basically said in the second half, come on Manchester United, break us down. Man United did have some chances. Harry Maguire did hit the post. Casemiro had a chance, should have converted that chance. He had plenty of time to take at least one touch before he hit it, but when the ball came to Casemiro, he hit it straight away, went wide. And Rasmus Højlund also had a good chance that just went wide. So that was really the chances Manchester United had. We saw Joshua Zirkzee come off just after the half-an-hour mark. He was getting booed by the Manchester United fans. I've heard that a lot of United fans disagree with him getting booed because some fans and that thought Zirkzee actually played quite well in the game. I thought he was slow at times. But you know, where Manchester United going to go from here? You know, there's serious problems at the club. You know, the Glazers are a massive problem. They've been a problem for years and years and years, haven't they? Sir Jim Ratcliffe's also a problem as well. Since he's come in, he's made mistakes, just like the Glazers have done. Ineos have done nothing since they've come to Manchester United, so there's another problem. Players are the problem as well. You know, I'd get rid of most of that team. I'd get rid of around 18 or 19 players. There's probably only like 3 or 4 players I'd keep at the club. As for Ruben Amorim, maybe he's accountable for some things of what happened yesterday night. But most of the blame doesn't stem from Ruben Amorim. You know, we've got to give Ruben Amorim time at the club. You know, we've got to give him time to recommend players in. Also got to give him time to get rid of the dead wood. You know, when Ruben Amorim took over the reins at Manchester United, he knew it was going to be a massive job. You know, Ruben Amorim, of course, before he came at Man United, obviously was managing in Portugal. You know, he was managing Sporting Lisbon. Give him credit, he did really well at Sporting Lisbon. You know, won a couple of titles and that with them. Didn't he manage Benfica before? But like I've said, you know, the Portuguese League and the Premier League are totally contrast. You know, the Premier League is the best division, you can say, in world football. But Amorim is inheriting a poor team. He really, really is. So no, I'm not demanding Amorim out of the club. I've heard some United fans saying that maybe we should have stuck with Ten Hag a bit longer, but you know, I disagree with that because Ten Hag was a massive problem at Manchester United. You know, Ten Hag, of course, did win 2 trophies when he was manager of the club. He won the FA Cup, which of course saved his job at that time, because if we'd have lost that cup final to City, he would have been sacked. Of course, when we won the FA Cup, you know, the club went and handed Ten Hag a new deal, which was a mistake. You know, we won the Carabao Cup. But this is unacceptable for a club like Manchester United. You know, Man United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, as it still stands, the most successful team in English football. You know, we've won 20 titles. Liverpool are doing well this season. Looks like they're going to win it, so they're going to match our 20 titles. And of course, Man United do go to Anfield on Sunday. You know, we are going to get dismantled. You know, Newcastle dismantled us, like I said earlier, especially in that first 20 minutes. But like I said, they eased off in the second half, Newcastle, but Liverpool are not going to do that. They're not going to show as much mercy. But like I've said, there's a lot of issues at the club. I was surprised in the game against Newcastle that Christian Eriksen and Casemiro were playing together in that midfield. I'd certainly get rid of Casemiro. Too old now. Consistent player, but too old. Christian Eriksen, obviously again, too old. Bruno Fernandes, of course, played no part in the game. Of course, he was suspended. He got sent off in the 2-0 defeat to Wolves. Would you get rid of Bruno Fernandes? Consistent player when he wants to be, especially when he's in that number 10. I don't know. Rashford, got to get rid of him as well in January. You know, Rashford come out, was it a few weeks ago, saying he wants to leave the club. There was rumours of him going to Arsenal. Don't think he'll be going to Arsenal because Arsenal won't pay his wages because they've got a wage structure. Rashford's getting 350 bags a week at United. The best season Rashford had at the club was his debut season back in 2016. He's had a couple of other good seasons, but the last 2 or 3 years at least, you've got to say Rashford's been off it. Højlund, don't think he's good enough, but yet again, Højlund, can't really criticise him a lot because he's not getting enough service, you know, to show how good he can be. Certainly get rid of Maguire, poor defender. revert back to what I said earlier, he was accountable, you can say, for both of Newcastle's goals. Luke Shaw, get rid of him, he's too old. He's been a good player over the years for United, and he's too injury prone as well. That's another problem with Luke Shaw. Definitely get rid of Onana. He's a terrible goalkeeper. Got him from Ajax, definitely overpaid for him. Of course, we got him in to replace De Gea. So yeah, there's a hell of a lot of players I would get rid of. The players I would keep, I'd certainly keep Cobble Maino because he's a good young player. He's been consistent since he got into the first team. I'd certainly keep Amad Diallo. He's been very good. Probably been one of our best players, if not the best. Of course, he scored the win in the Manchester derby the other week. Ugarte, I'd keep him. I think he's done pretty well at United since he's come in. Matsui, I thought he started well, but he has gone off it the last few games. But as a Manchester United fan, I've never known us ever be this bad. Never, ever, ever. I can't remember last time we was 14th at the stage of the season. At this stage of the season, sorry. Like I said, we are facing a relegation battle. I don't think we are going to go down because I've said Manchester United are too big a club to go down. But things need addressing in January. The deficiencies need to be addressed. We've got to get the players in. We've got to get the right calibre players in that are going to fit the agenda of the team. We've got to get rid of the deadwood. And Manchester United have got to get a team in that can play as a team, because this current team we've got is not playing as a team, it's a team of individuals. And that is a problem as well. And Gavin Evelyn that was speaking about that a long time ago. But so like I said, our next game is Liverpool. And Newcastle, they're a good team now, Newcastle. They've got some very good players in there. They've got a good manager in Eddie Howe. Done a cracking job since he's been there. But he also did very well at Bournemouth, Eddie Howe. So he's replicating at Newcastle what he produced at Bournemouth. Newcastle have been a different club, since they got them new owners in. Newcastle seldom win at Old Trafford as well. It was the first time they'd won at Old Trafford in the league since 2013. So yeah. But revert back to Man United, there's no point in us, getting rid of managers, getting new managers in, every so often, because nothing is working. How many managers have we had since Ferguson? Is it a good 6 or 7 at least? And, a long time ago we weren't known as a sacking club. Obviously, we know that no one's going to replicate what Ferguson did at the club. Alex Ferguson, 27 years as Man United manager, wasn't he? He was successful, won trophy after trophy after trophy, had a great team, got the best out of the players, retired in 2013 because he knew he couldn't take the squad any further because it were an ageing squad. And since Ferguson, like I said, it's just gone downhill. And after Ferguson, we had Moyes, didn't work out under him. After that, I had Van Gaal, didn't work out under him. After that, I had Mourinho, didn't work out under him. You can say Van Gaal started well, got an FA Cup under him. Mourinho had one good season, won the Europa League and Carabao Cup under him, was it? But obviously, one of the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had disputes with the players, especially the top ones, and the board he didn't get along with as well. Ole didn't work out under him, had good spells under him, including when he was interim manager, he did well, that's why he got the job permanently. We got Rangnick in as well, that didn't work out. Didn't work out, of course, under Ten Hag. Man United, as you all know, are billions of pounds in debt. And, we're still paying Jose Mourinho off. We've got Ole to pay off still, haven't we? We've got Ten Hag to pay off. So we can't afford to keep sacking managers. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to be doing another one. Take care, God bless, I'll see you all again very soon. Thank you very much for watching.